Hello everyone and welcome to Green Healing. And today I want to talk about the past, present, future paradigm, also known as the what if game. So the past, present, future stuck paradigm. Abusers like to keep us away from the present moment. Because when we are in the now, that's when we become aware of what's happening to us. So their way is just to make sure that we are never grounded, never present, never aware, so that they can control us, obviously. To keep us away from the now, they keep us fearing the future and keep us stuck in the past. And how do they do that? With the what if game. So I'm going to explain exactly what the what if game is and then share a few ways that can help and that have helped me move past that, move out of that stuckness that will help you overcome the what if game. Some of which are from the book Ask and It Is Given by Esther and Jerry Hicks. By the way, this is not medical advice. This is not a substitute for a trained therapist or doctor. This is just what helped me and something that you, if you choose, could potentially try in addition to everything else that you are doing. When abusers inflict the past what if game on us, as I like to call it, it is always to justify their present behavior, or to threaten us about future behavior. So as an example, they could say, what if this would have happened instead? And then your response would be naturally, but that's not how it went down. What if you wouldn't have done it that way? But that is how I did it. What if you would have said this instead of what you actually said? But I didn't say that. Would you have then done that? It's in the past and it's over, so why bring it up? So it's extremely angering when they continuously berate us in regards to something that happened in the past. And apologies for my squeaking chair. So when abusers inflict the future what if game on us, it's to keep us in perpetual fear of the future, which makes us easier to control. So it's always to manipulate and to control. So as examples, what if you don't arrive on time? I'll do my best to be on time. What if you don't feel well and can't satisfy my several needs? I promise I'll satisfy your needs. Because if you can't, then there's no reason for me to promise this or that to you. So as you can see, it can be very aggravating when an abuser gets into either past or future what ifs. So the fear state that we're put in because of the what if game has us make promises that are not necessarily guaranteed, that we can't necessarily keep. It makes us make promises of the unguaranteed nature. Then when we are no longer with the abuser, we fall into the trap of playing the what if game ourselves because they trained us to. They trained us so much so we're stuck there. We're brainwashed that way. So we do it ourselves. It's a form of mental harm. We inflict it on ourselves. Sometimes it happens, someone else has a what if worry, a genuine worry, but it can really trigger us at the same time. If they say a what if something, when we and people around us are self-aware and aware of the existence of the what if game, then we can sort of catch ourselves when we fall into that trap and sometimes be surprised, like, oh my goodness, I was playing the what if game. We each have one version of the game we tend to play more often than the other, past or future. For me, it's mostly the future one. For you, it might be the past one, or it might be equal amounts of both. It's rare, but it can happen, either alternately or at the same time. At least what it indicates if you do get stuck in both past and future what ifs, is that there is a certain cognitive balance which can play in your favor in order to overcome it and heal it. And otherwise, it's just an indication of tip on the balance point, either past or future. So just before I get into how to get out of the what if game, either past or future, I'm just going to read you my Healing Through Humor capsule about the what if game, and maybe you can relate to that. It's capsule number 4. All right, the what if game. Me, I need to escape. I can't handle the fears today. Husband, that's okay, it happens. Me, I'm going to play my game. Husband, okay. Me, looks back and forth from console to laptop. About an hour later, me, I can't decide which game I want to play. What if I start playing one and then I realize I want to play the other one? But then I promised myself I wouldn't mix games up because of my gaming addiction. One game a day. But what if the one I choose doesn't make me feel better? And then what if I just feel worse? And then what if... Husband, seems to me you already chose the what if game instead. And the little caption of, So I'm going to use the example depicted in the Healing Through Humor capsule to demonstrate the different techniques to get out of the what if game. So one way is to do some tapping, EFT tapping. So while you're tapping on the different points, you can say, even though I'm playing the what if game, I truly, deeply, and completely love and accept myself. Even though I'm worried that I'll choose the wrong game, I truly, deeply, and completely love and accept myself. And then you can focus on certain things. So just tapping like stuck. I feel stuck. The what if game. This what if game. Stuck in the past. Or worried about the future. And just go with that. And you might notice certain things showing up, certain emotions. So acknowledge that. Notice what's showing up. Identify your fears, or alternately, identify the events which cause these fears, which keeps you stuck. Even though I keep thinking about this and that happened, or that could have happened instead, or that can happen, I truly, deeply, and completely love and accept myself. Even though I'm worried that this could have happened like this instead, this outcome would have turned out like this instead, even though I feel stuck in the past, and all that. The other method, which I like to combine with the EFT actually, is from the book Ask and It Is Given by Esther and Jerry Hicks, which they call tuning into the wouldn't it be nice if game. So it's quite simple, really. So you identify what you're thinking and you change it around. So you identify the worry, the fear, the different outcome, the what if, and then you switch it. So for the past, you would replace what if with isn't it nice that? And for the future, you would replace what if with wouldn't it be nice if? So for the past, isn't it nice that I chose to play this game and I enjoyed playing it? Isn't it nice that I arrived on time and events played out the way they did? Isn't it nice that I'm aware that I'm stuck in the what if game, and that self-awareness can eventually help me get unstuck, even if I'm not able to get unstuck right now? It's self-awareness. It's self-reassurance. And you can tap while doing that, before or after or during, with the even though affirmation as well. Or you can just do isn't it nice without tapping, and that works too. For the future, wouldn't it be nice if the game I chose helps me feel better? Wouldn't it be nice if I catch the bus on time? Wouldn't it be nice if I'm able to get unstuck? You know? And these are just simple examples. You know, you'll have to do a bit of internal digging to figure out for some of the more intense or deeper what ifs, but it's something that we can all do. So that's for the what if game, the past, present, and future stuck paradigm, and how I managed to not be stuck. And it's been very helpful for me, and so hopefully it'll be very helpful for you too, because it's not fun to be stuck. And the best is when we're able to get unstuck, then we can feel good for longer periods of time and just notice being stuck and then get out of it right away. It doesn't dictate our actions. It doesn't control our emotions. We are rewiring our brain so that we can function at full optimism and we can feel good about ourselves, because that's the goal. So like this if you like it. I hope it was helpful for you. Share it with anyone who you think could benefit from it, and I'll talk to you all soon. And remember, empower yourself and be emotionally free.